Welcome to the Tech Blog Writer Podcast, your guide to future tech trends and innovation in a language you understand. Now, over to your host, Neil Hughes.
Welcome back to the Tech Blog Writer Podcast. Now, something that I'm increasingly aware of is that everybody digests content in different ways. Some people prefer to read, so I go out and write tech articles, tick that box. Some people prefer to listen and digest content when they have dead time, such as the commute to the office, the gym, or walking the dog, so I did this podcast. But some prefer video and enjoy seeing people's mannerisms or how authentic they are, and if they really are genuinely engaging with their audience. Now, I don't do video yet. I try to dismiss it as a young man's game, but today's guest has a very, very different opinion. He is the CEO of Wowza Media Systems, and they've recently partnered with Facebook to launch the first broadcast quality streaming device for professionals, and it's called the Wowza Clearcaster. Now, it's a great story, it has great technology, and it's a must listen for anyone serious about streaming professional video. So buckle up and hold on tight so I can beam your ears all the way to Colorado so we can speak with Dave Stubenvoll, CEO and co-founder of Wowza Media Systems. So a massive warm welcome to the show. Can you tell the listeners a little about who you are and what you do?
Well, I'm Dave Stubenvoll. I'm CEO and one of the co-founders of Wowza Media Systems. Wowza is kind of at the hub of the streaming revolution. We provide software, cloud services, and hardware solutions for over 22,000 customers worldwide that are streaming an incredibly wide variety of content today.
Now, Wowza Media Systems also recently partnered with Facebook to launch their own broadcast quality streaming device for professionals. So I've got to ask, how did that happen? Did Facebook approach you or did you have to pitch to them? What's the story behind that partnership?
Yeah, so Facebook did approach us in building the Clearcaster. We've certainly known people over there for years, and as people change jobs starting from other places as well. And they wanted to kind of turn the encoding market upside down a little bit with the Clearcaster. The idea behind the Clearcaster is just really different in that instead of you having some encoder and setting it up and looking at the settings required to send it into a third-party infrastructure, the concept of the Clearcaster is more like taking a piece of the Facebook Live infrastructure, putting it in your studio, and then just handing them the SDI or HDMI feed, and it all gets taken care of from there.
Now, I believe as well, as a result of your conversation with Facebook, they've since replaced all of their encoders with Clearcasters, making it the preferred way that even Facebook does Facebook Live. Is that right?
Yeah, it's certainly the preferred way for Facebook to do it within their own studios. They haven't thrown out all their other equipment. We keep pushing them to do that, but yeah, it's been great. They certainly are heavy users of Clearcaster, and we get great feedback from them. And we're super happy as we're bringing it to other folks as well.
Now, we've all seen bad examples of Facebook Live being used, but can you help the listeners visualize how it can be actually leveraged to make a big impact by providing just a few examples?
Sure. Facebook has the biggest reach of anybody. 2 billion monthly users, about 2/3 of United States adults are on it. It just has a tremendous impact. And to date, people have gone to Facebook for the reach and have used things like YouTube and some other services for quality. And we're attacking that quality aspect on Facebook Live and making sure that it is a premier experience. And from there, we're seeing just such a wide variety of use cases, from people that just want to be seen or people that are trying to become Facebook Live stars. Daria Musk is a musician, and she endorses some guitars and other products as well. But she uses Clearcaster to do her show, which is mostly weekly, and gains a great audience from there. Brands are getting out there to push their message, and so many brands have millions of followers on Facebook, and using Facebook Live, they can command that audience and interact deeply with them. This is more than just streaming video. This is about interaction. It's about creating that conversation, getting that true engagement from your audience. And then you've got events that are just one time, right? Not part of a marketing series. Whether it's a movie premiere or anything like that, you got one shot at getting it right. And by goodness, it has to work. And using something like Clearcaster that has an incredibly tight connection with the Facebook Live infrastructure, we make sure the encode is done the optimal way. We perform health monitoring during the stream. We adjust things as needed. With Clearcaster, you get 1080 going all the way through to your viewers. All these things combined, from being seen to increasing your exposure, interacting with the people that love your brand, and making sure that events that are too big to fail don't fail and are successful. Those are all great reasons to use Clearcaster.
So if we do have any brands or CEOs listening right now thinking, why should me or why should my company stream video on Facebook? And some may even think that's just a kid's game or that vlogging malarkey. I mean, can you expand on why interacting with your fans or customers in real time is actually so important now?
It's all about engagement. It's all about a conversation. Everyone in business just longs for meaningful discussions with their customers and getting as many as possible to actually pay attention to you and give you great feedback. And so getting those live reactions, getting out there and stating your case. Video is used to entertain, to educate, to inform, and to influence. And when you get that feedback from the audience, it's golden. If you've seen anyone on stage, right, they play the audience, right? They're working with the audience. They're really engaging with them and know how they're feeling and know if their message is hitting home or not. With a platform like Facebook Live, with the comments and the reactions, you know how you're doing. It's kind of funny as a business guy, the reactions, I kind of denigrated for a while. I'm like, so someone sends me a thumbs up or a heart. When you're giving a speech, when you're trying to influence someone, when you're trying to educate them, those reactions are the oohs and ahs that you would get in a live audience. And that's how you can really tune your message and hit home with what you're trying to deliver.
So what do people need to do to actually get up and running with Wowza and also create those successful broadcasts, make it look professional, and ultimately boost the reach and engagement?
So first and foremost, need to invest in a good camera, right? Camera, lenses, lighting, all that is just very important. We've even seen it ourselves where we created a studio here and we have a 2-camera shot. And when the lighting's not right, you switch from one camera to another and you look like it's a totally different scene, right? Getting that stuff right is very important for pushing your brand and for delivering your message. Once you get that single camera or another camera, you definitely want that professional equipment. You want something like a Blackmagic ATEM switch, so you can switch from cameras and feeds and do overlays and things like that. And that just plugs into the Clearcaster. From that point, you're controlling everything through Facebook. You can also control it through clearcaster.wowza.com, our manager. And in that live event, we have what's called the talent view. And the talent view is a combination of confidence monitor and comments and reactions. So that's the screen that you put up, near the camera, so the talent can watch that and see what the comments and reactions are. They can see themselves on camera. They can adjust themselves as needed. This is a low latency preview of what's going out to the audience, and you can drive your message from there. So having all that equipment in place, getting that professional level equipment is the difference between, a prosumer experience and a true professional experience.
So what are the most common challenges that you typically help your customers overcome at Wowza with at the moment?
So broadly speaking, Wowza addresses the problems of creating video at scale for live event producers and developers and service providers. Clearcaster is targeted towards the live event producers. I have a live event, I've got serious social media, I'm trying to get that out there. Our core technology, the basis of it all, is Wowza streaming engine. And that's what is our software. We sell it as a streaming engine. It's the core of our cloud service, and it's the core of Clearcaster. And what we're really good at, and fundamentally the reason why Facebook engaged with us on the Clearcaster, is we are the gold standard for video. While 40% of content delivery networks do use Wowza to deliver media, Akamai is not one of them, right? They're one of the bigger ones. But they recommend us all the time, because if a stream is coming from Wowza, it'll play well through the Akamai network. And that is the key problem that people hire Wowza products and services to overcome. We are that gold standard of video. If it's coming through Wowza, it's going to work. In the span of our products, you go from Clearcaster, where there's really not a good way to screw it up, right? Clearcaster is going to work. There are very few things that you can do to mess up a Clearcaster. And the cloud is a full API-driven service, so you can do more special and unique things, and we give you a little bit more rope to hang yourself with. And then Engine is a tremendously powerful video app server that can be extended and allows customers to pretty much do anything with video. We give you access to the video and audio streams at the bit level, if that's what you need. And so through the span of our products, we can pretty much solve any problem in video, and we ensure that the output is the gold standard.
Fantastic. Now, speaking of that gold standard, you are also going to be attending the Mobile World Congress in Barcelona, which I think is just in a few weeks' time. So for anyone that's attending that event, listening to us talk now, can you tell them what you'll be showcasing there and how they can find you?
So actually, at Mobile World Congress, we are just going to be walking around. We're not displaying at Mobile World Congress. We have a few folks walking around, but please reach out to sales@wowza.com if you want to meet up with someone, and we'll be sure to make that happen.
So are there any other streaming predictions or VR observations that you're actually noticing in this space this year and beyond?
Absolutely. So we're seeing bit rates and frame sizes just explode. The standard on Facebook Live and many other places are 720 with something like a Clearcaster, because we have greater control over the bit stream and can preserve that optimal experience. We're able to deliver 1080 all the way through. 4K is the next step. The first big driver for 4K is 360 video. And that is still driving a lot in terms of interest and experiment, but it feels like it's going to become real. And it creates some interesting problems, because now you have this full 360 4K view, of which you're only looking at a small slice of it at a time on your mobile device or your computer. And then as we add these immersive environments, as we get into true VR and augment reality as well with AR, that's when the experiences really take off. I do think this is real. VR and AR have tremendous possibilities for business, commerce, entertainment, and education. And it requires very different views in how you create the video. How are you going to transcode it? How are you going to deliver it? A 4K 360 experience that gets transcoded down to a 300 kilobit per second stream is not going to be optimal. And so the need to consume at a much higher bit rate is coming on very, very strong.
Well, a huge thank you for coming on today. But before I do let you go, could I just ask that you remind the listeners of your website URL, social channels, and also how they can reach your guys with any questions, or even download the Ultimate Guide to Facebook live streaming, which I've seen out there online. So I think that's incredibly helpful too.
Yeah, we're very proud of the Ultimate Guide. So that's available on our website at www.wowza.com. You can hit up a very interested and enthusiastic party if you contact us at sales@wowza.com. And we're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. We're either under Wowza Media Systems or at Wowza Media.
Well, a huge thank you for coming on today. I mean, listening to you sharing your insights there, it's quite apparent that it's not just about if someone watched your show anymore, and it's about the state of your streaming media, and more importantly, how you engage with an audience. And I think that is becoming the fastest measure of success. And that's what you guys are doing fantastic with at the moment. So a big thank you for taking the time to come on and share that story with us.
Thanks, Neil. It's been a pleasure.
I think Dave has just given me permission to tell my wife I must buy lots of expensive video equipment and start taking video seriously. The only problem, of course, is I actually have a great face for radio. Hence this podcast. I love the story of how Facebook has replaced all of their encoders with Clearcasters, making it the preferred way that even Facebook does Facebook Live. But both in and off recording there, Dave had so many fantastic insights into the state of streaming media, and ultimately how engagement with an audience is quickly becoming the fastest measure of success. And he shared some really impressive examples with me as well, from whether that be the Justice League premiere to professional football teams, performers and concerts, and even CES this year at Las Vegas. And they're all creating new interactive programs on Facebook Live with the new product. So a big thank you for Dave for really opening up my eyes on the power of professional video and engaging with your audience. Speaking of engaging with audiences, I'm going to beg you to engage with me again. So remember, gang, tweet me at Neil C. Hughes, email me at techblogwriter@outlook.com, or visit my site, techblogwriter.co.uk/podcast. You'll find out how to send me a virtual voicemail, see pictures of the guests, show notes, and so much more. Select your contact method of choice and share your insights, crazy stories, or just pics of where you listen to the show. But more than anything, a big thank you for listening. And I've just heard somebody say, come in boat number 7, your time is up. So it's time for me to go. So on that note, until next time, don't be a stranger.
Thanks for listening to the Tech Blog Writer Podcast. Until next time, remember, technology is best when it brings people together.